Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am Laser Dude. Welcome to another Laser Dude video. This time, it's a little bit of a video with a little bit of an update on what's been going on with my life. As I'm sure you have noticed, the world has gone crazy, even crazier than usual. And so I decided that I would update you all on what's been going on with my life with this I was going to call it maybe a funny thing happening to me, or a not so funny thing, but I decided to say, no, it's more of its own thing. So welcome to my Corona life. Now, just to clarify, right at the top, I did not get coronavirus. I do not have the coronavirus. I didn't even have a near miss with the coronavirus, so I'm not telling you my story of getting it or anything like that. This has just been what's been going on with my life thanks to the stupid coronavirus or COVID-19. So let's just start at the beginning of what was going to happen for me this year. I, with my fiance Caitlin, we were going to get married. Yeah, we were going to get married May 2nd. And we were going to have all of our family there. And it was going to be a big event. And of course, this put a little bit of a damper into all of those plans. You know, it's so crazy how... Because, like, when I was, like, planning the honeymoon and whatnot, you know, I was like, Caitlin, should we get flight insurance? She's like, oh, I don't know. Do you think we should? I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm not canceling our honeymoon. I have no reason to think I would ever cancel our honeymoon. Can you think of any reason in the entire world why we would have to end up canceling our honeymoon? No, can't think of a reason. Well, we found one. So, yeah, that whole thing had to be called off in a way. In a way, it was a good thing. Not that we didn't get married, but it was a good thing because we decided, you know what, if we're not going to have a big gathering, maybe we'll just have a few people on the family farm where I grew up, which was, that's really everybody got married. So I told my mom, here's my promise to you, I won't get married on the family farm. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to have to break my promise to her. She's like, she'll be fine. She'll enjoy it. And then we started calling people and we giving them the news, and we kind of just got through almost everybody. And then we got a few family members that were like, I don't know, this seems a little risky. I mean, especially with a bunch of people traveling from out of province. It's a lot of traveling, a lot of times that they could be exposed. Putting other people's health at risk, so we don't know if we'd be able to come. And then we really thought and prayed about it, and we decided we gotta kind of scrap the whole thing. So we didn't go to the farm. It was so sad because we just like called everyone and said that this was the plan, and then like 10 minutes after doing that, we realized that can't be the plan. Even that's too risky. And so then we had to call everyone back and tell them, here's the new plan. Me, Caitlin, a pastor, 2 witnesses, and that was it. That's all we could have. It was really sad, and we definitely both had really good cries after, because, you know, neither one of us thought that this was going to be the way that it was going to go. You know, we wanted it to be a happy day where we could just be with each other and with everyone we loved, and that wasn't going to happen the way we wanted it to. But we were still going to get married, so we decided that we were going to push up the date because, if anything, you know what, at the very least, we can push it forward and get married sooner, right? So we get everything planned out, we arrange for the pastor, we arrange the witnesses. Chris was going to be my witness. He was super excited to do that and to come on down, and we got her best friend to be her witness, and then everything's moving along towards the new day, April 5th, and then like the day before, we hear that the pastor that we had arranged got sick. And he doesn't know if it's the coronavirus or not, but we can't really play it too safe, so he can no longer be our pastor. Luckily, her church had another pastor who was more than willing to do it, but we actually arranged a way for him to be able to be involved because we use Zoom, this new thing that I never heard of, but now is everywhere and is, everyone knows about it. But we decided to use Zoom so he could be able to at least give us a sermon of encouragement and whatnot from a computer screen. And it was very good. But okay, before we get there, got to get to the day. We finally get to the day. But the funny thing is, I'm moving my stuff into my house, our house that we're in now. We're not in the apartment anymore. You can't really tell because it's a green screen. But we're in our new house and everything. I moved in on the 1st. She moved in on the 4th, and we got married on the 5th. So there was a lot of work going in. Fortunately, I had movers, but that's nothing really part of the story. So I go to the church. I'm just waiting there. I get it all up into my dapper suit, and I'm just waiting. And then she arrives. Of course, I don't see her because I'm not going to see her in her wedding dress on the day. So, Anyways, so we're waiting, and we're going to live stream it to everybody of our fans and family so they can all, at least participate. And but we're waiting for Chris, and he said he was coming, but he wasn't there yet. And so Caitlin comes into the church, and she yells, "Kenneth!" I'm like, "What? Is Chris here yet?" I'm like, "No." "Did he get pulled over?" I'm like, "I don't think so. He hasn't texted me yet." I passed a car, and I think it was his, and I think it was him. I think he got pulled over, and sure enough, Chris, not knowing where he was, he's a little lost. He was on his cell phone, on his GPS, driving, and the cop pulled up right alongside him, and he's like, "Oh no!" And so he got pulled over and got a ticket. I'm really sad that happened for him, but part of me is just like, of course, put the cherry on the top of this whole thing. Chris gets a ticket, a distracted driving ticket. And those are they're not messing around with those. But he arrives, he gets there, we get everything ready to go, we get the live stream going, and we start the sermon, and she walks out, and she is, of course, beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. I start crying, or at least choking back tears, trying to hold them in. We start the sermon, or the service and everything. I can barely take my eyes off of her. And, anyways, the sermon goes along, and Pastor Neil, who was the guy on the computer screen, we pull up his screen, we put it on a music stand, where you put music, we just put it sideways like this, and we put the computer on the music stand. And so he gives his thing, and we put it over to the side, and it's time for me to play my song. If you want to listen to the song in how I edited it, not edited it, but how I put it on, it's on the YouTube channel. You can listen to it. I wrote it for her. It's all about the moments that we've had leading up to this. But in the middle of the song, see, when we moved Pastor Neil on the computer over, the other pastor didn't lift the stand up enough because I had it tilted up enough so that it wouldn't fall. But he didn't do that. And so watching it back now is so hilarious because you can slowly see the computer slowly sliding off the thing. It's like a horror movie.
First kissed, it felt so fine. You said that you were going for the cheap, but hey, it seemed fine. When I kissed you, I was 29. You said, I guess you kissed a girl in your 20s. Well, that's how hard I hurt my spine. But I just want to marry you.
So it falls. I'm trying to keep it in. Caitlin's laughing hysterically. I'm like, dang it. Of course, everything's happening. Everything is going, well, I don't want to say it wrong because I'm still marrying her, and that's the important thing. We always said from the beginning, this relationship was about being married, not having a wedding. Now, we're still going to have a big wedding with everybody involved, but being married is the important part. I think that so many couples these days, and I want to say that she handled it so beautifully. She was not a bridezilla or anything. She was sad, but she handled it with such dignity and grace. I'm so proud of her. But anyways, so we get through that part. We get through the vows and everything, and nobody messes up. Nobody says the wrong name or anything like that. And then we dance out of the aisles. This is hilarious. We have a nice... before that, of course, we kiss the bride. It was a nice kiss.
You may kiss the bride.
But then comes a funny thing. When we started the live stream, I started the video like this, and then I gave it to her maid of honor who was recording it like this. So that means everybody watching, if they were watching on a TV screen, the entire time it was on its side. The entire time. Everyone was trying, if it was on the TV screen, we were all slanted. Fortunately, we had my camera rolling, so we did have actual good footage of the thing. I was able to get that up there, but, of course. But, yeah, in the end, we still got married. We had a lovely evening together, and it was not exactly the way we had pictured it or imagined it, but it was our wedding, and you know what? One thing I can at least take away from this is that years in the future, when we have kids, if they start complaining about their wedding preparations, you're like, oh, excuse me, did you have a pandemic when you were planning a wedding? I didn't think so, so you can stop complaining right now, because you got nothing on us. Yeah, that's totally going to be what I'm like as a father. Anyways, so that was one of the things that happened to me in my Corona life. But this is just the beginning. Yeah, that's right. I got 2 more videos that I want to bring up of stuff happening because of this stupid coronavirus. But we're going to get through it together. And be sure to leave in the comments of what's going on in your life thanks to this coronavirus. Tell me your stories. I would love to hear them. How is things going crazy? What is your status right now as life is going on? Or maybe life is brought to a standstill. Whatever you want to talk about it. Put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching. I am Lazy Dude. See you in the next one. What? What? No, wrong. Okay. Here we go. Take 2. I'm going to leave it on the floor.